it's officially fall. The leaves are turning, and as we're heading off into October, I just can't believe it. First of all, I don't know where the summer went. Hey, it's officially fall. And I don't know where. As we're heading off into October. Oh, I don't know where the summer went. Hey, it's officially fall. Facebook on. We got to turn Facebook off. I don't know October. Oh. Hey guys, welcome to Ski Talk. Of course, I'm Dan Egan, and here in the East, we got to turn Facebook off. Sunday River has turned on their guns, and there's rumors. There's rumors that the demo is going to be happening. There's rumors at Loveland. This was a rough start today, guys. Sorry about that. Welcome to Ski Talk. Of course, Ski Talk as well, all things snow. Our guests are the biggest names in the industry, experts and everyday skiers. This is Ski Talk on pugski.com, and we're excited about tonight's show. Tonight's show, we have an amazing combination. We have a father-son team, a legend and a legend in the making, and I can't tell which one is which. We have Kai and Todd Jones going to be joining us. We have David Abramowitz from Kokiya going to talk about his new products. We're going to look at some of that. I'm most excited about the heated boot bag for this coming winter. And as always, we support the Ski and Snowboard, U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame. And we're going to be talking about the products that you can buy to support the Hall of Fame on the Pug Ski store. Right now, let's see our guests. Let's go to our panel. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Rough open. That's how it goes some days. With anything live, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes the lifts are spinning. Sometimes they're not. And I want to start tonight off with our real guest, the only reason why we're all here, Kai Jones. Kai, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good, my friend. Now, I noticed that you are wearing the Red Bull cap. There must be a story there. Are you an official Red Bull athlete?
Yep. I just joined the team a couple weeks ago, and I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, I bet you are. And how did that come about? You joined the Red Bull team. What happens when you join the Red Bull team? What do you get?
So basically, it's like mainly just like joining such like an elite, like great team, and I get to have so many like opportunities to go to like Woodward and like just have all these training opportunities, and I'm really stoked to be joining them.
Yeah, that's great. You can Woodward's is amazing. Great place to try out the new tricks. Do it safe. And you're sitting next to your dad, Todd. How are we doing today?
Doing great. Yeah, just arrived here in Park City for some training stuff, and psyched to be here. It's a beautiful fall day here.
I always think back to the time where we first met. I believe it was in beautiful Jackson Hole, and we were talking about you were going to launch a ski film company so many years ago, and here we are. And I wonder, like, from back then, from those humble beginnings, do you ever picture your son being in the films and being a Red Bull athlete?
You know, I mean, we've started TGR 25 years ago. Kai just turned 14, so Kai was not even a concept when we started TGR.
That's amazing.
So, but I do remember one of the first days I was filming him with the big camera, and we were out deep in the Jackson Hole backcountry, and Kai hits this big cliff and stops and lands and throws me a fist bump and asks me if he could see the shot, and it just dawned on me. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I'm out in the mountains with my son. We're calling it work, and what a great opportunity. So that was about 3 years ago that we started bringing Kai into the whole mix professionally, and it's been a good ride.
Absolutely. And of course, we've been checking you out, Kai, for a lot of years now, and we've been researching on the pugski.com forum. And Trish, tell us what they're saying about Kai there at Pug Ski.
Well, they're speaking about Kai quite a bit. We started seeing a lot of stuff from him about two and a half years ago, where things would pop up. And one of the clips from 2 years ago when he was 11, and he said he just didn't want to scare his mom too much. One of our members said, "I got news for you, kid. Your mom is scared." And one of our members in this thread talking about that clip, he said, "I just showed this to my 13-year-old. His first reply is, 'Why are his parents letting him do that?'" So it's just a really pretty interesting conversation, and a lot of recognition about not just what a talented skier is, but what a great young man he is, and how polite and well spoken. And Todd, you guys are doing a great job with that kid.
Buddy, say that about you.
I was about 14 when I first saw a Warren Miller film with my brother in it, and I'll never forget sitting in the theater and seeing my brother up on the big screen. And I'm wondering, Kai, when you first saw yourself ski in the movie, what were you thinking?
I think it was like a pretty dream come true. It's always been like a dream of mine to be in the movies, and I didn't really know that I was gonna. My dream was gonna come true so quickly, and it kind of was just like a dream, and I will never forget that day.
You're skiing with a lot of legends. Must be coming in and out of the house, the office, grabbing you in the lift line and taking you up to the top of Jackson. You're skiing with the biggest names in skiing. Tell me who some of your buddies are and who do you hang out with?
Oh yeah, I've had a really good time like skiing with like Tim and a lot of guys from Jackson, and they've like always helped me have fun in the mountains and also be safe. And yeah, it's been quite a cool journey.
Well, that's Tim Durchie has kind of been one of his main wingman amongst a number of the other guys. But Tim and Kai have had quite the ride over the last 3 years.
That's pretty good. And David, your products are being used by people of all abilities and all ages. But I wonder, how important for you as a company is it to see up and coming skiers doing new things, and how do you integrate your product with some of the new tricks and the things we're seeing in the movies?
Yeah, it's hugely important because we want to stay relevant to all different demographics and all types of skiers. And what we do is when we're making products, developing products, we talk to all types of skiers from young to old, everywhere. We want a lot of engagement, and just because you're a certain age doesn't mean that's the certain right pack for somebody who's a different age. So I guess we talk to everybody, and that's what we do. We try to flow and make different packs for different types of skiers.
I love that. My mom walked out of a few films that she was watching just because she was like Trish said, nervous for us. My mom would always she would never drop us off at the airports, but she'd always pick us up when we came home, and that was sort of her mode. What did you do this year, Kai? Where did you go, and what role are you playing in the new film, Make Believe?
So this year I was able to ski over Jackson in Japan, and I was able to get enough shots to get my own segment and film a Japan segment with Coulter Hinchcliffe and Tim Durchie, and that was a lot of fun and got to experience the awesome culture there.
How deep was the snow, Kai? I mean, was it over your head, bro?
Yeah, it was definitely over my head, and I practically needed a snorkel.
That's awesome.
All the tall people are really jealous of people your heights on powder days, right?
Yeah.
So now in bigger waves is what we always say.
Exactly.
I'm not super tall myself.
So Todd, the movie's touring now, right? It's tell me about the fall tour with the film.
Yeah, the fall tour still getting kind of COVID creative. We had a mountain bike film called Accomplice that was due to release May 15th, which obviously didn't happen, but we kind of gathered our a bunch of resources and data and figured out that there's 305 active drive-ins in the US, and so we started that tour in drive-ins that were starting to open, and that was kind of one of the first places they were allowing people to gather. And so that was cool. We were able to kind of iron out some of the kinks. And now, as we're just launched the Make Believe tour, we've got drive-ins, we have private theater screenings. Since then, there's been a number of different pop-up theaters that have pop-up drive-ins, socially distanced outdoor shows. So, it's a funky time to run a business, and one that is trying to exhibit live events. But I think we've done a good job. Like we're here in Salt Lake, we've got I think almost sold out 500 car drive-in theater down in Salt Lake. So a pretty grandiose show for COVID times. And I've just been kind of creatively thinking through it all.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. So the clip we have of Kai is a few years old now, but it's one of my favorites. Let's see this clip of Kai.
I've been watching my dad's movies ever since I was a little boy. When I was like 2, I just dreamt of skiing spines, and I was like, I really want to do that someday, and I'm going to aspire and train and work. Let's get stoked.
Fired up.
I'm trying to go to the moon.
What's your favorite planet?
I like Mars a lot. It's a really interesting
You
planet.
should send it to Mars then.
Tim has been the biggest influencer that I've ever had. And I'm really grateful that Tim is just there by my side teaching me. I'm gonna go do it.
Sick.
Think I got it?
Oh, dude, you got it. Yeah, dude, how'd that feel, man?
Oh, that was really good.
Coming down the mountain, one of many children. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. Holding it back, hurts so bad. Jump on out of my flesh and I'll slay. Yes, yeah. Cashing now, honey. Cashing now. Cashing now, baby. Cashing now, honey. Cashing this nigga. Cashing now, baby. I was coming down the mountain. I met a child man, she had dinner. She had the same opinion, had the same opinion. She was holding it back, it hurt so bad. Jumping out of my flesh and I said, "Go, better cash it."
Yeah. Dude! Todd Jones!
Cash it now. Cash it now.
Good job.
Cash it now.
Good job, buddy.
Cash it now, honey. Cash it this nigga. Cash it now, baby.
Ready to go to 8K?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Kai, here we go.
Let's do it.
I wish I was doing this when I was 12.
Oh my goodness. This is so sick.
Welcome to Alaska, Kai.
This is completely unbelievable. I'm mind blown. The mountains just go on forever and ever.
fun to be at the top of the line with Kai and feel his confidence. It's amazing to be around that energy. All right, Kai, let's have some fun. Yeah, this is what we came here to do, baby.
Well, that is jaw dropping, Kai. Sick, bro. What's it like to watch that?
It was pretty cool to go back and watch that and like see how much I've progressed over the years from my first segment to that one to this year's.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure that you have. And that's full on. Do you get to pick the music?
I have some say in it, but I think whatever it turns out really good, and I like that song a lot, and I'm glad that we were able to find that and get that.
Just kick your dad in the shins if he picks lousy music, all right?
Whatever the process with all the athletes.
It never stops. Never
Like,
stops.
happy.
No, that is really something. And what a congratulations to both of you. I mean, really, Todd, that's quite something. You must be really, really proud.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fun. I mean, just having worked with athletes over 25 years and watched so many of them progress, and to actually have, watch my son progress from when he was 6, and he was frothing pretty early on. This didn't just come out of nowhere. He started throwing threes when he was 5 or 6, and 540 when he was 7 years old, and so it just he's always, I always say, he's just chewing his arm off, like in the car before anyone, boots on, helmet on, goggles down, that started when he was 6 years old. So
you a few years back when you guys were in Big Sky, you poached a little on me, Kai. You got tracks down a little, and I really that one hurt right here, bro. So I love that, man.
And, I stayed on the tram and shot.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
you're still doing there, Dan. I love it.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. Now, Trish, you're on the road. You're out there traveling around, and you want to show off the luggage you've been traveling with?
Yeah, so I am fortunate enough to get an opportunity to be one of the handful of first people that has tried the new Käyda bag from Kokiya. It is designed to be a backpack carry-on bag, and it's a full-on suitcase as you would, but in a backpack form. And I don't know that I have enough space to really show all the features of it. We do have a video up on our Facebook page that has the full features of the pack, but I'll show you some of what we've got going on. This pack is a real legit pack that can carry just about everything you can imagine on a trip, and it fits really nicely in a carry-on. And you've got a tech bag. You've got your tech bag here that you can unclip, and there's a strap that goes on it, so you can just take it with you in your seat while you put this in the top. I happen to have a computer bag with a bunch of accessories in it that I wanted to have with me, so I was able to put this into the luggage compartment of the airplane, fully loaded with the tech bag on it. And you've got 3 full compartments in here to put stuff, and one is a separated one that's weatherproof for your shoes and your boots and things like that you don't want to be next to your clothes when you're traveling. Really solid pack. When I arrived in Grand Rapids, Michigan, because I'm visiting my family right now, a friend picked me up at the airport, and he went to pick up my bag, and he said, "Wow, that's substantial." And he's somebody who's very particular about everything he has in his repertoire, and he's seriously going to look into buying one of these.
That's quite an endorsement. And David, you guys do get really creative with your stuff. Who designed that?
Well, we have a designer on staff. His name is Fernando Robert. He's been with us for 6 years. He and I work together. You know, we're just so close on it. I kind of come up with the concepts and development and spec things out, and then he kind of starts actually designing it. And it's a real kind of combination of the two of us putting it together.
I've been saying it almost every show and everywhere I go. The heated boot bag is going to be the bag of the winter, without base lodges and booting up in the parking lots. What sort of action are you seeing on the product right now?
On the thermal trucker, we're definitely seeing a pickup. I mean, as being from the East Coast, it's really been heated bags have really been a Western kind of phenomena. Here on the East Coast, we're a little more conservative, and generally people, when you tell them about heated boot bags, look at you like you have two heads. But out in Colorado, out Utah, out West, everywhere, they get it. This is going to be the season where that changes. People on the East Coast are going to start going, hey, if I'm booting up in a car, I'd like to have a nice warm boot, especially as I tailgate out of my car, because they're not going to be booting up in the lodge nearly as much this year. So it's going to catch on here finally this season, and that's what we're starting to hear. So,
Kai, I'm not sure if you're learning remotely now in school these days, but you can sign up for my class, Ski Bumology 101, and this is where you ask for your free bag.
After I've seen the skiing he does, that's an easy one.
Yeah, never forget it. Never forget it. And I know I'm going to get me a heated bag for sure. It is that sort of season, right? I mean, the West has been on fire. Of course, COVID has changed everything. It's really sort of a unsettling time in ways, and we're all looking forward to a winter. Just want to get everybody's thoughts on what you think is going to happen. You can ask each other questions or make a comment about the winter. But let's start with you, Todd. I mean, you're deep in the industry. You're talking to sponsors. You're talking to resorts all the time, I imagine. And what are your general thoughts on the coming winter?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen. Well, it was exciting to see like golf get rolling and the downhill mountain biking get rolling and work really well. I think without a hitch. We went up and skied at Hood. I think that ski lifts in general, aside from gondolas and trams, are very geared up for being able to be socially distanced. I do think we'll face some challenges with lift lines and with food lines and with the base camp. I mean, a lot of talk about what's your rig, like are people getting vans and trying to figure out their own base lodge, so maybe the parking lot scene at some of these fancier places that you've lost that vibe, like maybe that culture will come alive again. And I know it still exists at a lot of the core resorts, but a lot of the bigger resorts, you don't really see that. So I would like to see that because, I'm embrace the ski bum lifestyle as well. And just that energy and spirit would be good. So we kind of been keeping our eyes up for vans, but dang, they're expensive.
Kai, pick a nice van out, will you?
I agree with them, and I've been saying, since the spring when things kind of broke. I mean, if something like this had to happen, for the ski industry, it sort of happened at, it could have been a little better time, but it's given us enough time to prepare for the upcoming season. And what I've said to people since last spring, there's going to be a season, and the resorts have time to prepare for it. It's going to be a different season. There's going to be a lot more of people, booting up in the parking lot, tailgating kind of a thing in the parking lot amongst family and friends. It's going to bring back a different, like old school kind of throwback culture, which in a strange way I'm kind of looking forward to. It's just going to make it more personal, I think.
Yeah, and Trish, you must hear a lot of chatter about it on the forum.
We have at least 3 or 4 threads where people are talking about it. In fact, one of them is called the Base Lodge in the parking lot, and the number one thing people are talking about is the Kokiya heated boot bag. And obviously they've been a sponsor of our site for a while, and we've had at least 4 of our testers have written solid reviews on the bag. And just once you get one, you will not stop. You'll never not have a heated boot bag ever again. The benefit is you can put everything in it. The thing that's wrong with it is you put everything in it.
But it's organized.
It's very organized.
Well, we
Very
an organized system. It's up to you whether you use it or not the right way.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I think the difference on that is some people don't really understand, the benefit of a heated boot bag if they've never used it, especially people in the Northeast here.
Right.
It's not just to make a toasty for your feet. It's to warm up the whole shell and everything, make it a lot easier to put that boot on. When a boot's cold, it's almost impossible to put on. And thereby it's softer going on. It makes your whole day better. Your foot doesn't go cold. And so it's a real benefit if you're booting up outside.
And we have discussions from people who say, hey, how do I get my boots on? I struggle getting my boots on. And that's another area where we absolutely say, get a heated boot bag. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
So.
People are asking on the chat, Kai, you going to be at the drive-in show at Salt Lake?
Yeah, we're still figuring out. I'd say we have like pretty even odds if we're going to go or not go.
We have a training session that ends closer, but we're gonna try and get down there. But Dan, another thing I wanted to that is TGR has always had a super big focus on snow safety, and we're predicting a lot more activity at the trailheads and in the backcountry. So that's something that is really good, but is also scary, and so everyone who's planning on starting to ski the backcountry more, we hope that they're get out and get courses and really ease into that whole world, because it's a big bad world out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big one, of course, and a lot of people are they're selling out already of AT gear and bindings and skins and everything like that. And of course, out your way, it's the real deal all the time up in the pass, right?
Yeah, I mean, just we kind of ski all over the backcountry and all various different forms of access, and yeah, I mean, that's my biggest thing is just making sure that people. Right, I saw a lot of first-time users during COVID, which again is great. We want people out there enjoying it, but just can't stress enough like the importance of taking a backcountry course, going with experienced people, towing in, reading the AVI reports, really picking your terrain and your days really wisely.
It's always good to pick the low-hanging fruit. Don't go for the big one right away. Take your time and be safe out there. Of course, here at Pug Ski on skitalk.com, we're always supporting the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame. And tell us about some of the items for sale, Trish, up on the site.
So if you go to our website, in the upper banner, there is a section called Hall of Fame Auction. In the Hall of Fame auction area, we don't have a live auction right at this moment, but we're going to have more circulating in. Right now, we have some items for sale like the James Niehues Man Behind the Maps book. We also have a sterling silver necklace with a diamond pendant, snowflake necklace that was designed by Double Diamond Jewelry at Squaw Creek in Squaw Valley, USA. And that's a special design for the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame to benefit them. And there are plenty of those if people want to get a nice Christmas present early. There's some beautiful stuff. We also have some auctions coming up that will include things like we have a couple of Kokiya heated boot bags that are going to be auctioned off. So keep your eyes open on that. There's just quite a fun run of things that we're going to keep putting in the rotation.
We'd like to show the teaser from the new TGR film featuring Todd Jones, Make Believe. Kai, before we show the teaser, tell us about what we're going to see.
So Make Believe is the film that we filmed this year. And this year I had my best season yet, and we had an awesome time, and it ended up turning out really good. And you'll see a little teaser, and hopefully you guys can make it out to all your drive-in theaters and see it.
Awesome. Let's see the teaser for Make Believe from TGR.
A great skier once said, Sliding on snow is a special gift of the relationship between earth and sky. A spark was born, and so the eternal search began. Across the globe, this magic has left its mark. This alchemy has shaped places and created legends. Skiers and snowboarders know there is something bigger than life in a trip to this place where the earth and sky collide.
The blood is thick, thicker than my thoughts are quick, quicker than the thoughts turn sick, sicker than my temperature rising, sicker than the whites of their eyes despising me and all my lovers that I can't disguise, and I'll never know why. Ooh, the air is clear, clearer than the taste of tears, clearer than the smell of fear. And I'm fearful for a long year with you. Don't you know what to do? You give me the heart and I give you the glue that oozes. Separate the scars from the bruises. I turn my thoughts off and on and 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 off and He's gonna teach me how to live. He's gonna teach me how to live. He's gonna teach me how to live. He's gonna teach me how to live.
Well, that was a blast.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That was actually Wonderland last year's.
That was
film,
last
so
year's film. That was not the right film.
It's on gravity.com/make-believe, and you can check the latest.
They're so different. You would never know the difference, though, Todd, right?
Yes, they very much are.
Curious, who was narrating that?
That was our good friend Matty Harriger.
I thought it was.
You recognized that voice, didn't you?
Oh my God, that's great. That's great. It was worth it just for that.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. I was just with Matty at the world premiere of Make Believe in the Spud Drive-In in Driggs, Idaho, the Jackson Hole world premiere. So
That's awesome.
yeah, he's doing great.
Well, nothing gets me more psyched up than seeing some great clips. Kai, good luck to you. Good luck with the training. Congratulations on the Red Bull deal. And
Thank you so much.
come back and talk to us anytime. And hope to see you out on the hill. And I'd love to take some runs with you sometime.
And congratulations on your new deal with Kokiya.
Good one, brother.
Thanks.
Tricia, as always, David, great to see you. Hey,
You
join
too.
us here in a couple of weeks. We'll be right back here on Ski Talk on pugski.com 2 weeks from today. Be safe, everybody.
See y'all in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right.